But 20 years ago, 28, in January, 28 years ago, he convinced me that militarism alone cannot help society. We need humanism. So he mixed me up. For me, I went for humanism. For him, he went for the presidency up there.
Our chief guest, General Caleb Akandwanaho, also known as Saleh, our cultural leader, De La Wilodi of Acholi, our honorable members of parliament, our local government leaders, the investors, the OWC family, dear friends, and not forgetting the musicians. I'm seeing so many of my old friends here who have entertained us. I will only mention one. I'm happy to see Butcherman here. I have to greet you in Jamaican patois. Wagwan Butcherman. Yagwan. You good? You Ire? Thank you. I have only come to set the stage for our guest of honor, who I will invite before I sit down. And before he comes, there will be a performance. This is the first time I've entered this place in a long time. I always pass here. This is about business, not politics. When you have business, it is about interests. You want something which you don't have, so that you give to the person what they don't have. So, the gospel here is a new consciousness about interests. In mathematics, there's a topic called sets. So you have a circle, then another circle together, then in the middle there's what they call intersection. That's what this gathering is about, the intersection. There are areas where we may not be together, but that's not why we are here. We are here concerning that intersection, full stop. We have also concluded by listening to the speeches here that there is an intersection. In math, there is also what they call disjoint sets, circles that don't touch each other. We never used to touch each other with the National Resistance Movement. We were disjoint sets. But we were losing, and I believe they also felt they were losing. So, if you're in business, you don't multiply losses. I'm now speaking as someone who is a member of the cabinet of Uganda, but who also leads a political party which also has some differences with the ruling party. But cooperation is about what you agree about. We have the African Union. We don't agree on everything. But when we go to African Union, we talk about what unites us. We have the East African integration. I want to congratulate the directors of this establishment. I think General Saleh has provided a shade for this business. But you saw the young people. I don't know where they are seated. Yes, congratulations for thinking big. It is important that we start thinking big. Have you read the card which invited you? It says the official launch and opening of Mao in Northern Hemisphere. You know hemisphere. That is half of the world. And hemisphere means north of the equator. So London, Paris, Moscow, this is really big thinking. It's mind-blowing. Now, thinking big is very important for the Acholi people. When I first came here to try and join politics, the houses were having very small windows. If you have a window, it is like the size of 4 mobile phones. That was the size, because you needed to reduce the area where the bullet can get you. But now people are building large windows. We encourage people now to think big. This is about business. We all study supply chains. This is actually about supply chain. What is a supply chain? To make products come closer to the people so that they are not inconvenienced. So, next time when we come here, this is going to be the biggest market of people who have been complaining about the cost of lorries, the cost of fuel. It is now going to come here. If you want fertilizer, you want machinery, you want whatever equipment you are interested in. So this is about logistics. And it is very important for those who mean business. So the products that are made in Africa, Uganda, are coming here, reducing the distance. This marks a milestone. A milestone means you are leaving certain things behind. You are no longer going to be complaining that we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have that. And that is why the presence of General Saleh here is very important. One of the mysteries I have found is how can somebody who is not even born from here be the chief promoter of our home? If you hear General Saleh talk about Gulu, Gulu is the future Dubai, Gulu is this, while the people from Gulu themselves, what they say about Gulu would make you not want to come to Gulu. This is a challenge to all of us. We have a beautiful home. This is capable of being a Dubai. This city has 6 outlets, unlike any other city. Why? Moroto Road, 1. Kampala Road, 2. You have this one going to Arua via here, 3. You have the other one going to Sudan, 4. You have this one going to Orogo, Palaro side, 5. Then you have got the main one, Kampala, 6. Yes, you have Kitgum Road, 6. We don't have any other city in Uganda like that. Sometimes when you have suffered a lot, you forget to count your blessings. It is natural. Do you know that we have 16% of the arable land of Uganda? With what percent of the population? These are the blessings. I hear a lot of airtime being spent on radio, analyzing leaders. Especially those who know very little, talk the most. It seems that the less you know, the more airtime you're given. So, they start talking about Mao. They analyze Mao. But surely, what will it cost you if you talk about the $271 million that is available for women to do business. What would it cost you if you talked about the billions? I don't know how much as of today of the PDM money which is available. A question of politics should be used to promote the prosperity of the people. I think it is important to do that. The quarrels will come around election time. But after we have finished the elections, let us support those who have the mandate. I'm the biggest supporter of all the elected leaders. I'll only be talking a lot during elections, but as of now, you are all my leaders, and I love you all. When I was here as chairman with the Honorable Mapenduzi as my speaker, we hosted a conference of the Uganda Investment Authority on the 27th of December 2008. We wrote my speech together. We talked about it. Let me read what we said. We have made it our business to promote Gulu as the fastest growing business hub in Uganda. The title of the speech was From Gloom to Boom. Gloom means sadness. Boom means happiness and abundance. That was 2008. We were already talking about that. We had only one bank here. They would really torture you. Do you remember the lines to get served in the bank? We walked to Sudiri and said, come and open Crane Bank so that you compete with people. So those who have been cheating people, this place now is going to give you level. You now have, by the way, in life, choice is very important. Just like in politics. If you are tired of me as a leader, other people come, they put their posters, you have a choice and you say, Mao, go home. So also, those who have been overcharging you for these products, you are now going to say, hey, look, we now have Miao here. That is what matters most. This was the other paragraph which I want to read again. On our part, we have...
But 20 years ago, 28, in January, 28 years ago, he convinced me that militarism alone cannot help society. We need humanism. So he mixed me up. For me, I went for humanism. For him, he went for the presidency up there. Can you imagine? We have an agreement with him. We wrote it on the 7th of January, 1997. We had a very serious MOU. And that MOU, apparently, is the PDM today. Because we didn't have capacity to do it, we waited until the old man with the heart had the capacity, because he's the only man in the country right now with that capacity to do that. So Honorable Mao should be clapping for the president who has helped us to implement what we were dreaming about 20 years ago, 28 years ago. We are going to be celebrating that situation in January around 17th or, yeah, around 17th there. But he doesn't take pride in it. Because right now, under that program of PDM, we have about 129 billion shillings in Acholi land only. 129 billion plus 830 million shillings in Acholi alone. Gulu City, you have 6.6 billion shillings. Only Gulu City alone for PDM. And I don't know why people are not talking about whether it has produced or not produced. Now, on top of the PDM, you have got all that accumulated equipment in work area, which has been reposted by all the different projects, the NUSAF, NADS, OWC, SCDP, all those scattered equipment is there. And we are hoping that if you get money for the PDM, then you will use that money and then make use of those equipment.